twin flame union. Reaching out again may be difficult for either partner when twin flames separate for a long time. The runner who first deserted the union may find it hard to reconnect because of shame or pride. The chaser who has pursued the runner for so long may lose interest and not want anything to do with the runner, and even though they still have sparks for each other, no one may want to break the silence. Is it the runner's responsibility to return and apologize, or should the chaser reach out first? This complex question deserves a closer look, and today we aim to understand what typically happens and what might be healthiest for both parties. Twin flame relationships are quite intense because the partners are not there only to meet each other's feelings. The relationship requires a commitment that involves giving one's all in terms of spirit, soul, and body and fulfilling the divine purpose. You will agree with me that this is no small commitment. That's why twin partners who enter the union must be ready to change old patterns, ready to love deeply, ready to sacrifice, and ready to fulfill the divine call that the universe has for both partners. As twin flames begins the journey of love and fulfillment, it is filled with bliss and equally packed with challenges. Twin flame relationships pass through various stages: union, separation, reunion, awakening, and many other stages. Twin flames initially bond blissfully, but a twin flame runner can become overwhelmed by the connection's intensity and pull away. He may feel unready for such a powerful bond or fear losing his identity. The chaser, on the other, tries to reclaim back the love they once shared, so they pursue after the runner to restore the connection. During a period of silence or separation, both twins experience things differently. The runner might feel relief mixed with confusion, while the chaser typically experiences abandonment and longing. In most twin flame journeys, the runner eventually breaks the silence. When many chasers have gotten fed up and quit chasing, this silence gives runners time to process their feelings and understand why they pulled away from the relationship. During separation, runners often experience what many call the twin flame awakening, a period of personal growth and development. The runner breaks the silence when they've worked through their fears. They've grown emotionally. They miss the connection too much to stay away. They've resolved internal conflicts about the relationship. However, this isn't a rule set in stone. Each twin flame journey has its own timing and pattern, so some runners may decide to break the silence, and at other times, it may be the chaser who breaks the silence. Sometimes, the chaser reaches out first. After a long separation, healing, and personal development, the chaser might reach out again to the runner, hoping they can reunite. This happens when the chaser has moved from a place of need to self-sufficiency. They've released attachments to specific outcomes. They've established stronger boundaries. They communicate better. When the chaser breaks the silence from this healed position, the union can shift in a healthier direction. More important than who breaks the silence is both twins' state of mind and emotional health when communication resumes. Healthy reconnection depends on timing. Reconnection works best when both twins have had enough time apart to grow and heal. Rushing back to start communication too soon after a separation can cause twin flames to repeat the same painful patterns. Intent. The reason for breaking the silence matters greatly. Is it from genuine growth and understanding, or loneliness and dependency? Twin flames must learn this fact: there can only be healthy reconnection in any relationship when both partners genuinely want to come back and are mature enough to accept their flaws and look for better ways to move the relationship forward. Personal growth. The most successful reunions happen after both twins have addressed their issues. They can work on their fears, insecurities, self-worth, and even past traumas to develop healthier relationship patterns. Expectations. Approaching reconnection without rigid expectations allows the relationship to evolve naturally. Both twins need the freedom to express how they've changed and what they now need. For either the runner or chaser, there are sure signs you will notice that give you a clue that it is time to reach out. First, you should have gained perspective on the relationship and your role in it. Next, you understand yourself better, and you have worked to heal those past wounds. You feel stable in yourself, not desperate for connection. You can approach the relationship without expectations or demands. You're ready to listen when others speak. When breaking the silence in a twin flame connection, you must approach matters carefully and with wisdom. Some helpful guidelines include: start simple and direct. When communicating with your partner, be direct and straightforward. Talk about the time spent apart and avoid blame or lengthy explanations in the first communication. You also need to express yourself honestly so there can be no misconceptions, but while being blunt, never forget to be respectful with your speech. Give the other partner space to respond in their own time, then focus on the present rather than the past. The healthiest approach. The healthiest answer to who should break the silence isn't about runner or chaser roles. Instead, it's about which twin has done the necessary inner work. Reached a place of emotional stability. Released attachment to controlling outcomes. Developed more precise boundaries. Healed enough to approach the connection from strength, not need. Sometimes, this means the traditional roles reverse. A former chaser might pull back to focus more on themselves and become the runner, while a former runner might realize what they've lost and reach out and become the chaser. Many twin flame teachers suggest that the most evolved relationships eventually move beyond the runner-chaser dynamic. Breaking silence becomes less about who reaches out first and more about two whole people choosing to explore their connection from a healthier place. When both twins have healed sufficiently, the question of who breaks the silence becomes less important. The relationship becomes more balanced, where both people communicate openly and neither needs to chase or run. While runners often break the silence after gaining clarity during separation, and chasers sometimes reach out after finding inner strength, the healthiest reconnections happen when both twins have grown. The person who breaks the silence should be the one who can approach the reconnection from a healed place. Each twin flame relationship may not follow the traditional rule expected, but what is more important is growth and healing. Whether you are a runner or chaser, focus on your personal development first. When the time is right for reconnection, you'll recognize it not from outside advice, but from your inner knowing.